Have you ever bitten off more than you can chew? Taken on a challenge you clearly were not equipped for? Last June was my 35th birthday, and I sat up in bed and said, I need a goal. I think I'll run a marathon. Not only was it my first marathon, it was actually my first ever organized race. 3 paramedics stopped me that day to say, "Sir, are you okay?" What actually made it a little bit better was there was thousands of other people running that race. I know this because I saw most of them go past me. People have these clever signs like, worst parade ever. Or another one that said, run like you stole something. Do you have any idea how tempting it was to steal that sign and run? But the sign that actually stands out in my mind the most that day was around 37 kilometers. And there was 3 little kids standing on the side of the road with a sign that said, "You inspire us." Now, I don't mean to sound like a wimp, but when everything in your body hurts, your pain threshold's maxed out, you're a little bit sensitive. The thoughts of going home to tell my kids, one of which is here tonight, that Dad didn't finish, that thought hurt far more than anything in my body ever could have hurt. And it was mind over matter that finished. And if you are inspired to apply duocracy and get out there and run, whether you want to run a marathon or one of the local 10Ks, 5Ks, or even if you want to walk around the block, always remember that no matter how slow you are moving, you are lapping everyone on the coach.
In charge is Joni, our club manager, and she says, "Jeremy, I know it's early. Your 9:30's here, but you may want some extra time with this one. She's a bit negative." Now, raise your hand if you know a negative person. Please don't point, it gets awkward. How would you rate your confidence on a scale of 1 to 5? -10. We really try to keep things a little more positive here. The worst you can give yourself is a 1. Fine, 1. For the first 4 categories, I talked her up to a 1. I was exhausted. Wow. Joni was like the mother hen of our club, and I'll never forget what she said. She looked at me, she says, "Don't give up on her too quick, Jared." She showed up and asked for help. In order to get onto the stationary bike, Tina needed to lift her foot like that high. Jeremy's just like, can't do it. Tina had real challenges, but she showed up. You know, I was wrong. We didn't pay that one back. We saw her energy change, saw her smile, heard her laugh. She did get results. And then one day, a regular member walks in. Guy's late 30s, ultra fit. You know, one of these guys kind of looks like he belongs in the gym. So he walks up to the front desk and he says, "Joni, you see that lady up there?" "Yeah, it's Tina, what's up?" He says, "That woman is my inspiration. But here's my debit card. I'd like to pay for 1 month of her membership." I will always remember the look on Tina's face when she found out she was someone else's inspiration. Remember over here when Tina says, -10, and we kind of chuckle? But have you ever faced a new challenge in your life where you felt like your confidence was a -10? At the beginning of the speech, we talked about how you've got goals and things that you'd like to move toward. Whatever that is for you, whether it's a speaking goal, a business, a career goal, as you move forward, as you move toward it, you will have challenges. You might even find yourself falling down and saying, I can't do this. And you might not always get all the support that you want. But if you want an absolute, ironclad, 100% guarantee for your success, simplify it. Teenify it. And keep showing up.
Now, don't get into this in the chapter, but I'll share with you tonight that that learning curve was ugly. I tell you what, it got downright awful sometimes. There was temper tantrums and stomping back in the house for breathers, kicking the unicycle. Have you ever seen a kid that's sobbing uncontrollably and you just can't console them because they're so frustrated? And when we got to that point and finally sat down with my middle son, Garrett, and he said, Dad, you've got to stop the temper tantrums. You're embarrassing us. So yes, it is amazing to think about your passion. But sometimes, if you stop thinking and just feel, and just follow that feeling, you will become the type of person that others recognize as just being driven and present and authentic and all the things we've heard about tonight. You'll get more done with less effort and life just gets to be more fun. Those positive, empowering changes you make will absolutely ripple out to your friends, your family, and people you don't even know.